Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am North of 60 Gamer and welcome to the North of 60 Gaming channel. And today I thought, we're getting close to Christmas. Not that close, but we're getting closer to Christmas. And I thought, what better way to talk about Christmas is to talk about games and maybe stocking stuffers for your gaming family. And this game I picked up the other day, and it's from WizKids, so they're still around, and it's Dice Conquest. And basically you can see there's some dice along the side here. I'll just bring that up a little bit. And it is a co-op adventure using just dice and cards. So it's for 1 to 4 players, and it takes about, what does it say? It takes about 30 minutes. So it takes about 30 minutes, and the age is, what is the age? I'm going blind. 10 and up and 1 to 4 players. So I thought, hey, let's take a look at this with Christmas coming. And I thought, this could be potentially a great game to just put in the stocking and stuff it. I don't know if that came out 100%. Of course, I am Jewish and don't necessarily always celebrate Christmas, but a great Hanukkah gift too. So with the holidays coming up, let's take a look at Dice Conquest. So here we are. We are down at the table now, and we're going to look at Dice Conquest. Now, this game is a very small box. I just have my video cam right about this level, so you can see where the video cam is. It's not very high. You can see it's a very small box. I can bring up another game to show you, but take my word for it. It's about, the box is probably about, let's just see, about 4 by 5, 4 by 7, something like that. And WizKids, as you know, makes some fabulous games. I have a few of their games. Let's just open the box here and see what we got here. Oh. Now, this game wasn't particularly expensive. I think about under 20 bucks, something like that. Well, the first thing I did was sort of do that. Okay. There we are. And we have the tarot-sized cards. We have a few counters, which I can't even get out. And I'm assuming there's some rules somewhere. But I'm not sure where. The rules might be hiding. There they are, hiding exactly where I thought they were hiding. Underneath. So that's what's in the box. I'm going to have to figure out how to get these counters out. There they are. Oh, phew. Rulebook under insert. Okay, but we figured that one out without the rulebook. But here is the little tiny rulebook. There we are. I think I can read that. Components. 23 creature cards, 8 hero cards, 4 health trackers, 4 player aid cards, first player token. Yep. Polyhedral dice and trump cards. Only used in advanced play for added difficulty. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this, and we're gonna play it cold. I'm just going to play it. I'm going to sleeve these quickly, though. These are tarot-sized cards. I can tell that just by looking at them. Nice, compact game so far. Lots of pictures like that. Font is good. So far, there's nothing to dislike about this at this point, other than the fact I haven't played it yet. The dice are nice. These are standard dice. They look like any dice that I have in my... oh, this is interesting. Oh, it's a 20-sided dice. I don't see that very often. Well, you do in D&D, I guess. So this is very much a D&D based game. Well, WizKids is famous for their D&D series. So give me a moment. I'm going to sleeve these up and let's get at it. So before we get started, here are our heroes. We have a wizard, a thief, sorceress, a rogue, a ranger, a knight, a cleric, a warrior. These are your health trackers, I'm thinking. These are some reference cards. First and last. I'm thinking that's how the monsters go. And then a whole bunch of creatures. And of course, at the very end, and we'll take a look at some of the creatures. So we have a wyvern, a were-rat, a warg rider, troll, stone golem, skeleton, all typical D&D type. There's a rat swarm, a gremlin, all kinds, and then we have some trap cards at the end. They're for advanced play, but you know, we're going to sneak one or two in anyway. So I have no clue how this plays yet. So let's, I'm going to open up the rules and we're going to set this up and we're just going to go. It can't be that hard. If this isn't a 5-5-5 game, I'm going to be very disappointed, because a 5-5-5 game would be perfect for a Christmas morning when you wake up and go, geez, I just opened my present. How are we going to play? Oh my God, it's not a brain burner. No, it's not. It's a 5-5-5 game. 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, 5 minutes to tear down. Let's go. So I'm going to set this game up. Here are our creature deck, and we have our first ogre, and we have our last card, who is Caterstorm or Caterstorm? Caterstorm. Culterstorm. It is. So here is our first card, which is our ogre, and our last card is Culterstorm. You can see they do 2 damage up here, and 30 to kill it, 50 is the last card. Each card has a something when you reveal it, or perhaps it has a little treasure right there. So all self-contained in a little mini dungeon crawler, maybe in a little small box. All dice, so you know it's a very random game. And what we're going to do is, before we even do that, we're going to take our trap cards, because you know we're masochists and you know never even played this game before. What we're going to do is take 2 random traps, put them in the box, back in the box, and we're going to take them and put them into the creature deck. Then we're going to shuffle the creature deck. 1, 2. Just like that. We are going to put Culterstorm in the bottom, put our ogre on the top, and we are going to put it just down there like that. That is so easy. Here is our spent dice area right there. And we are going to grab a dice tray, so that will be our active dice. We may have to just put this up a little bit. Let's just see what we can do here to get us some room. And we're going to then take our heroes, and we have our cleric, whose secret power is, after choosing and rolling a die, you may choose to place a different die than the one rolled without rolling that die. And this is their critical hit. If they roll a 6, change that die to any number and heal 1 damage. So you're going to want to know they're going to want a die D6 or anything that's bigger than a D4. Here we have a warrior, and here we have a sorceress. His special power, if he takes damage, you may immediately roll and place a spent die. And the sorceress says, when placing a die, increase all other dice on that creature by 2. When placing this die, roll and return 1 spent die to the available dice area. Okay, here is our dice. Here we're going to roll our dice right there. And then we're going to set up our guys. So there's our sorceress. We're going to set up our warrior. And we're going to set up our cleric. Kind of a, if I played all 4, I suppose that would be a, and then we'll go 20, 20, and 20. And being the brave warrior, you know that the warriors have to go first. So we're going to just put him here for now. And it says put 3 cards out. Now sometimes it might be 4. So until this guy is dead, you cannot target any other creature until this creature is slain. 3, but we need it exact. You cannot use magical items on this creature. Items until this creature is slain, so we don't have any right now. This creature must be slain by exactly 3 damage, so you can't be over. So normally you could be over, but in this case, no. And 15 is a Bellusk. You cannot re-roll until this creature is slain. Scroll of Holding. There we go. That is. Now there can be more creatures. In fact, there will be more creatures as we go. They're going to pile on as we go. Okay, so let's see what we do here. Choose 1 die to attack a creature. So here he goes. Play begins. First player rolls all available dice. Choose 1 die to attack a creature. Keep shown number on or re-roll once. may use critical hit ability. If you're matching the critical hit ability, place that die on a creature card, then slay creature. If the sum dice are meets or exceeds that creature health, keep any magical item for later use. When A, all creatures have been destroyed, B, all dice have been placed or spent, a player passes. Take damage from the remaining creatures, starting with the first player, moving clockwise, so everybody takes 1 damage as we go. Pass the first player token, deal three new creatures, resolve any revealed effects. So it's going to pile on as we go here. So we're really going to have to kill a lot of creatures very, very quickly. Now, they don't do a ton of damage, but, you know, it could be disastrous. So the warrior is going to go first, and of course we're going to have to do that. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to take a bunch of dice. Okay, and let's do it. We're going to grab the other one here, because if we have to re-roll, we'll re-roll it into the here. So we're going to re-roll. We're going to roll into here, and if we're going to re-roll, we'll use that. So here we go. We're going to roll our dice, and off we go into the great blue yonder. Now the word about the percentile dice. Here's the 20 percentile dice. It's actually divided by 10, so the 20 is really a 2, a 3 is 3, 0, 0 is 10, and the 10 is a 1. Why they just didn't bother just putting another 10-sided dice, but I think they wanted to keep it towards the D&D stuff. So there we are. We have a bunch of rolls, and they are quite low. So we are going to start with the roll 5. Let's just say if you take a damage during attack, you may immediately roll and place a spent dice. Well, he certainly doesn't want a 2. There's a 2. There's a 7. He could re-roll that, but that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's a pretty good roll on a 8-sided dice. So I think what he's do is he's just going to take this 7. He's going to put it right there. We're going to come over to here. After choosing and rolling a die, you may choose to place a different die other than the one rolled. After choosing and rolling a die, so I can use a card, or I can re-roll and place a different die other than the one rolled. Okay, so I can re-roll a dice if I want. So I'm going to re-roll the D20 right here. And if I don't like the value, I can re-roll something else. So we have a 15. I don't know why I would want to re-roll that. Change this die to any number. So he's going to take it, and he's going to go 15. Dun, 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 dun. So we have 15, 22 of the damage. That means we need 7 damage. We're going to come to the sorceress. When placing a die, increase all other dice on that by 2. So that is actually going to give me 15, 17. That would make it a 9. That would make it a 26. All that they need is a 4. So exactly what she's going to do. She's going to place that 4. Everybody else is going to go up by 2. So this, the 15 becomes the 17. Becomes the 17. The 7 becomes a 9, wherever the 9 might be. There's the 6. There's the 9. So 9 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 17. Oh, I don't think so. So 17 plus 9 is, oh yeah, 17 plus 9 is 26, plus 4 is 30. We have killed the ogre. They will go into the spent dice, and he will die. Ah, horrible death. That's our first death. So we'll just put that over here. We have 2 cards. We're going to have to take some damage. Starting from the first player, we're going to go 19 and 19, and we're going to move that over to here. And then what we're going to do is put out 3 more creatures. 1, 2, and 3. And that is an entire round. So in clarification, we keep going, apparently. The rule says we keep going until it says, when all creatures have been destroyed, all dice have been placed or spent, a player passes. So we'll keep going. So we don't have to do that, and we're still the first player here. So we're back to our warrior. All he needs to do is 3 exact It says you cannot use a magical item. We don't have it. This creature must be slain exactly 3 damage, which we've done. So that is now spent, and we can take this for our magical item. And it is a, whoops, it is a Ring of Magic. Discard to reroll all available dice. So if you get a really crappy lot of ones, we can re-roll that. So he has that, and we have to discard. Oh yeah, we have to discard it. Okay. Lastly, we have this particular guy. We have a cleric. After choosing and rolling a die, you may choose to place a different die other than the one rolled. Well, these are all basically 2s. So he is going to roll the 8-sided dice. He rolls a 2. They're all 2s. So he says, okay, we're going to take the 20, the 2, and put it here. We needed a 6 there. We're going to come to our sorceress. Our sorceress, when placing a die, so she's going to roll this dice. She rolls a 4, which is not a, so that is 6 so far. And increase all other dice by 2. That's good. So that would make it a 40. So 4 plus 4 is 8. The warrior comes back to our warrior. So he is going to take that 2. He's going to re-roll the 2. It's the 3 now. Now you excuse my dog. So what's going to happen now is the damage phase. Is he going to take damage? Yes. 1 damage. Now damage is distributed equally, starting with the first player and just going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 until you run out of that. Now at the end of the round, we can decide to do a number of different things, and I don't think we will. We have 4, 4, 11. Take damage from any remaining creatures. Choose to remove or keep placed dice. I think they're okay. Pass the first player token. Deal 3 new creatures. So we go 1, 1, 2, 3. We are going to roll our dice again. So we have a bunch of 1s. Not very good here. So we have a 3, 1, 4, and a 4. And the first player is our cleric. We don't have a 6. Change this die number to any one here. After choosing and rolling a die, you may place a different die other than the one rolled. Well, I think he's going to roll this dice right here again. He has a 9. Wow. I think he's going to place that right here because that makes some weird sense. We're going to come over to here, the sorceress. So sorceress, we have 11 here so far. 5, so 3, 4, 11. We need 4 more. Well, that works out well because the sorceress says, I'm going to take this dice. So, and then we can make all the other dice up to 2, right? So this 4 becomes a 6. This 4 becomes a 6. So we have 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. We have killed that. 9. We go to the warrior. He is going to, well, he's got a 4-sided dice. I think he's going to take a chance. Maybe he can get a 5 here. He's got a 6. Ooh. That's going to kill this creature. So he's going to, might as well, I wonder if he needs to go after this guy. Because he's big. Okay, so he only needs 11, so I think he's going to put the 6 here and start on this creature. And then we're going to come back to our cleric. This is the last dice. Hopefully we'll kill a few dice. 3, there we go. Is not, there it is, 11. So here we are. We have killed 2 of our creatures. So we'll just put these off to the side. Okay, who's player turn? So they have done well. We're going to just pull this off, and this is a magic scroll. Discard to cancel one creature's attack this turn. Well, it's early, and I don't think we're going to worry about that too much at this point. We have killed this one as well. No special power. We're going to move these over to here. And we are going to draw 3 more. First, we're going to distribute the damage. So we got 1. So we start with the cleric. 1, 2, and 3. The wizard said, in taking damage during the attack, you may immediately roll and place a spent die on any creature. Okay, we can roll a spent die, and we have to roll it. Well, we might as well roll the 20-sided and go for it. If we can roll a 20, we could take care of this guy very, very quickly. 14. There we go. So there it is. But I have to take a damage. Take a damage when placing a die on this creature. So he's going to take a damage during your attack. This is an attack. This is an attack. This is using that special thing. Or else I would be able to roll, take another spent dice. So it doesn't make sense to continue and be able to do that. At this point in time, we are going to draw 3 more cards. Even. So I'm suggesting that's probably only even dice. 1 to 9. So we're only going to be able to use numbers 1 to 9. And then 3. A trap. Now, the trap says that we have to draw 3 creatures. So, there we go. And 18 using odds. There we are. So, as you can see how these creatures are now piling up on us. Can we survive? I don't know. Now, we can pull up these, but that's a 6 on a 26-sided dice. I think we can do better, so we're going to pull that one off. We'll leave that one on. So there we go. We got a decent. We have a 5, a 7, a 5, a 1. Nope, 3, 1. Okay, and we've got move this over to here. When placing a die, increase all the other dies. Well, that's actually pretty good. So if we use the 3. And that would make it 8 plus 3. No, that wouldn't work. If I use the 7, we'll basically kill it. So she says, okay, I'm going to use the 7, kind of a waste, because if I could have used the 3 to put that one up by 2, which you can't. So that takes care of that first goblin. And if you used an 8, so there's no 8. Okay, we're going to come across to our warrior. He says I'm going to re-roll the big dice here. That is a 9. I think what we're going to do is use that here. We're going to be at our cleric. There's no 6 showing. Change any die to a number and heal 1 damage. If you're choosing a roll and place a different die on that one rolled. Okay, well, we got a 5 there. We got a 7 there. I don't think we're going to do much better. Let's take this 1 here. We're going to re-roll it. That's a 2. He says, nope, I'm going to do that. I'm going to re-roll it, put it here on a 7. So we have 16. We're going to come over to the cleric, or I should say the sorceress. She is just going to take this 5. The 5, remember, so this turns into a 9, or an upside down 6 perhaps. A 9, and this 9 becomes an 11. So we have an 11. So that's 20, 25. Wow. 25. And then we're going to put a we'll put the 3. And so come over to the warrior. So he's going to put a 3 here, and then 2. Ah, man, he'd really like to re-roll this dice. That's a 1. Basically, he could put it here or pass. Doesn't really matter, because we can pull those 2 dice up if we want. So that's probably what's going to happen. We're going to come over here. Of course, we're going to kill these two monsters first. So that's ready for the next turn. And having the cleric, it says, Wand of Blasting. Deal this card on a creature to deal 3 damage to it. Discard this card when the creature is slain. We may be using that one. The Giant Cobra. Amulet of Antiquity. Discard to return a spent dice to the available dice area. Ooh, that's nice. I suppose as we kill these monsters, we should actually be putting them into the spent area. But that's fine for now. It is fine for now. Once they die, he doesn't die. He doesn't die. We're going to run our trap. It says, draw an additional card. Ooh, nasty. Oh, so I should have drawn an additional card. Here it is. 7. Okay. You cannot target any creature until the card is discarded. To discard a Poltergeist, you must place a 4 or more on it. So she had the 3 and 1. If we had paid attention, we would have done this and this. So, because we had the 3 and the 1. So we would have discarded that and get rid of the Portcullis. Move these all down. So we would have used every dice. Then we would distribute our damage. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 1, 2. So we can re-roll a dice when we take damage. So he's going to roll the 20-sided dice and place the spent dice. So we can do that because he took a damage. We have a 1. But it says you may take, if you do that, you may immediately roll and place a die on any creature. Additional placement does not deal additional damage to you. You may roll and spend. So does that mean I may roll and then I place and spent a die? So I guess I'm going to put that 1 right here on the odd. Or maybe right here, 1. So there we go. Damage here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 damage done out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4. 5. You could take another dice. He says, okay, I'll take another dice. Maybe a big roll here. An 11. Wonderful right there. And the final one is 6. And that is the end of the turn. Of course, the bad news is 1. Ooh, we're running out of room here. 2. And 3. I was wondering how this was going to play because of the sort of how the card is. I'm just going to move this over here a little bit. Now this is the kind of game I get into for Christmas. I really could. Okay, we are going to move this over. Are we going to make it to our... We may have to use some of our crafty little damages. We'll see what happens. So we have our dice. We've rolled a 5, a 3. This is a 10. The 0 is a 10. A 7. So we have rolled a 10. So, an even die is placed on this creature. No dice are 10 plus, maybe. Reveal one hero must take. Oh, reveal one hero must take 1 damage. Or we should have taken that. Okay, we'll give that 1 damage to him. No die, no nothing. This creature must be slain with exactly 8 damage. Okay. So let's see what we've got here now. We need 18. We have there's 7 right there. Starting with our warrior, he says 7. Bang. Okay. We have a 1 to 4, eh? So that would have to be a. Well, I don't know if I want to do that yet. Then, wow. Exactly 8. Okay, so they're going to take a. She's going to go over here and she's going to play this. We're going to come back over to here. We're going to play this. Then we come back over here and we have a 10. What are we going to do with this 10? And it has to be even. Well, in even. We're going to get them started for the next round. And this guy has been spent. Because he is dead. You only have a 1 on this. Oh, and we still have a 3 dice yet. So this guy's dead, but we still have a 3 dice. So we have a 3. We can put that here. And these will go, anybody, oh, we get a Gauntlet of Healing. Discard this card to heal 1 damage. It's his turn. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to use, it's not really close enough to really do any damage with that. What's that? Simplify. Discard to return a spent die to the available die. Whew, well, our 20-sided dice is out. No, that doesn't work. Discard to reroll all available dice. I should have done that. Discard this card to heal 1 damage. We're okay with that. Discard to cancel 1 creature attack this round. I don't think we're worried about it. I think we're fine. So we've killed a couple of monsters. Well, it's time for the damage. Starting here, we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1. And it says, if you take damage during your attack, you may immediately roll and place a spent die on any creature. Okay. So he is going to roll a 6-sided dice. He goes 3. He goes 3 is 7. Perfect. He kills this guy. I think we still have to do our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So we're going to play it. I still take the 8 damage. So that's the first damage. The second damage. The third damage. The fourth damage. I guess we could re-roll. It says, if you take damage during your attack, you may immediately roll and place a spent die on any creature. This additional placement doesn't deal additional damage to you. Do we roll? Am I playing this song? When I attack, do I take 8 damage? I don't think that is right. Let me just roll. Yep, okay. It just says, yeah, at the end of the round. So that's fine. So we had 8. So we're going to come back. That was 3, 4. Or we already did him. This was 1, 2, 3, 4. He could take a spent dice. And so he'll take this dice because he's taking damage. Oh, what's that? That is a 19. So 19 is going to do really well here. I think we're going to just put even. He can't use that. He's just going to put that right there. Okay, we have our, so that was 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then he can play 1 more dice, I guess, after this guy dies. This is my interpretation. I may have to look at that rule, but he can place another die. We're going to say that he has to choose the die before he puts it in, so he can't pick up that 20-sided die. He'll pick up this 10-sided dice. Oh, we got a 10. Anyway, so there we go. That's an even. That's a 1. Sorry, that's a 1 right there. It's an odd number, so he'll put the 1 here. And that's what he does. That is the end of the turn. That is going to shift over. And then we're going to get 3 more creature cards. 1, 2, and 3. But I think let's expose the last one. We're almost there, actually. We'll just keep going. Oops. So we're ready to go again with our cleric as the first player. We're going to take our spent dice and we're going to re-roll them. We've taken all the damage. I don't know if I'm playing the warrior 100% right. That is my interpretation of what's going on at the moment. Ooh, we're on a little bit of a diagonal. So we're going to re-roll all our dice. There we are. We have a 16. Nice. And it's even. So we've just taken care of that animal. We'll leave that there towards the end. But that becomes spent. We've killed it on even dice. Only even dice can be put here. That's good. Ah, we've killed a monster. Yay. And that is the cleric's turn. We're going to come over to the sorceress. Sorceress is 7, eh? We can't make that bigger. We could, actually. We can make it bigger. So if we took a 7, she can make it a 3. 1, 2, 3. So now we have 10 there anyway. We are at our warrior. Oh, I had to get rid of my biggest die. That would have been this one. Sorry. So, off that would have gone. So, that is a Goblin Scout. Discard the die with the highest number when rolled at the beginning of the round. If it's a tie, the first player chooses. That is the 7 right there. So, actually, we don't get to put the 7 here. So, that means we're going to put this back down to a 1, basically. And so the sorceress would have had to pick another dice. So the sorceress would pick a 4. Still going to put this up to a 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 7 so far. So we're going to come back over here. Okay, we are back at the warrior now. The warrior could re-roll. So warrior is going to re-roll, I think, this dice here. 12. Excellent. He's going to go right here. Oh, this is too good to not use it here. And then we're going to come back around to our sorceress. This is a 3. So she's going to place this over to here. So this is going to become the 6, which is as high as it's going to go. This is going to become a 5, so we have 11. And we have a 3, so we have 14, though we haven't killed anything in particular. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice. 9. So starting with our first player, 1, 2, 3. He does get to roll and place a dice. So he's going to roll the big 20-sided dice. And he rolled a 19. So there it is. We're going to take care of this guy all in one spout. But as we've said before, we are going to allow this to ride with the damage. So the damage is the damage. It just allows him to use the dice. So we have 9. We have, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets to do the same thing again. In theory, these 2 dice would go because this guy is dead. He's going to roll the 8-sided dice, I think, this time. He rolls a 10. So a 10 can't go on here. So a 10 can go here. That would be 7, and then 8, and then 9. So we've distributed all the dice. I think we had 9. We would start here and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, I think we got that right. I may not have. So we only have about 3 dice to play with. And we're going to put out 3 more cards. 1, 2, 34. Oh my God. She's going to use this. She's going to hang on to that one because we may have to blast these things. So we have 5, 11, 14. Let's roll our dice. It is the sorceress's turn. We have an 8. Ooh. Oh, if she uses that now. When placing the die, roll and return one spent die. Well, we don't have any spent die at the moment. Wow, that's too bad. We have a 5, though. 5 says, change this die to any number and heal yourself 1 damage. Ah, we do have a 5. Okay. So she's going to take the 8 and place it here. So we have 8 plus 6, 11. So we have 11 plus, basically 11 is 22. So she has killed this monster. There she goes. We get the mace. He's going to use this 5. Change any die. As I say, change this die to any number and heal yourself 1. So he got a 5, so he can heal this die. He's going to take it up to an 8. 8 is a maximum. But I think he's going to start chipping away at this one. 8. But he does take a damage. And our cleric is going to take that because it's an 8, and he's going to place it right here as well. He's also going to take his card and cancel the damage this turn for our giant, cave giant. So we didn't manage to kill anything this turn. Well, maybe one. But anyway, we're going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, starting with our cleric. 1 damage, 2 damage. If you take damage during your attack. Oh, not at the end of the round. Oh, I've been playing that wrong. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's during my turn. Ah, that's okay. So I really should be lower. Probably we wouldn't have killed as many monsters. The mistake was made. What can I do at that point? So we are getting down to it. We're going to put out 3 more creatures though. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll take these die. We'll leave those dice on it, but this card is going to go off into the there because he's got 16. We have cards all the way down here, folks. All the way down. Let's see if we can tighten it up a little bit. Okay, we're going to roll the dice. Oh, and let's just see if we can do it. Until this creature is slain, discard the highest set of matching numbers rolled at the beginning of each round. Well, hopefully we won't have. This must be slain with exact damage. Gargoyle says, when placing the die on this creature, discard an available die to the spent area. You cannot return any spent dice until this creature is slain. That's the Banshee, way, way over here. Oh, we may have to take care of the Banshee first. We're going to go to a warrior. We did play a little bit wrong, but that's okay. We had a 0-0. That's a 10 right there. So that's fine. He's going to come along, takes the 3, and kills our Banshee. Zoom into the spent dice. The Banshee says, Quicksilver Blade, discard +1 or -1 to any dice. So there we go. The guy who kills him gets a nice little treasure. We're going to come over to our Sorceress. I think the Sorceress is going to re-roll. What's it say here? Until this creature is slain, discard the highest set of dice. Well, we didn't have a set. Matching numbers. So we didn't have any matching numbers, which is good. 15. Oh my gosh. Thank God. 15 from our Sorceress. But we are... So this can go up to a 10. So you have 25 plus 8. That was my dog. 25 plus 8 is 32. The warrior goes, haha, 34. But he does take a damage, as does the Sorceress. Pardon me, folks. I have a dog to contend with. Well, that's what happens when you have dogs. So what do we have here? We have 25, 29. Plenty to kill this creature. We took that, so these are going to go off, as our ogre does. And we are going to, a Potion of Strength. Place this card on a creature to deal 5 damage to it. Discard the card when the creature is slain. We'll just give that to our cleric. We can give it to the person who rolled or to anyone we want. There we go. That is the end. We are going to take a bunch of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We are really down to it now, but we are down to our last couple cards, and up comes the Scorching Blade. Draw an additional card. After rolling the available dice at the beginning of the round, place 2 of them in the spent area, or the first player takes 2 damage. Oy. That is not going to be a happy thing. Okay, and we're going to place him down, and it says, Only attack if it's the last remaining creature. Take 1 damage when placing a die on this creature. You cannot use critical hits when attacking this creature. So I can't even attack him till all these are gone. Oh, and then we have to deal with these two, which means I got to get rid of 2 dice or take 2 damage. And I don't have any healing potions. So we're going to want to probably blast through some of these things as quick as we can. It is our cleric's turn. He's got a 10. He's got a 10 here. Healing salve. Well, this might help. So he's going to put a 10 here. That's our cleric's turn. Oh, we have to put 2 in the spent dice or take 2 damage. Okay, we're going to take the 1 and the 2. Phew, okay. This gets discarded. So we have done that. We've discarded. It is the sorceress' turn. She's basically going to put the 20 here, which gives him 12. And we're going to give it to the warrior, I think. It's the warrior's turn. He's got a 3, which means he's going to destroy this guy. Potion of power, discard to add plus or minus 1 to any dice. And why is it his turn? He is actually going to spend his gauntlet of healing, and he's going to heal himself for 1. He only has 2 at this point. And then lastly, we have a 2. So we're going to come back to here. She's going to re-roll that. I don't think we're going to get past this round 8. Well, I can put the 8 here. That is the end of the round. There's no more dice. However, we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Actually, what he's going to do is use this. He's going to use, before he does that, he's going to say, Amulet of Antiquity, discard to return all spent dice to the available dice area. Ho ho! So we are on. We are on. There's hope. There might be hope. I doubt it. So we are going to basically roll them into our dice area. And we don't have any big numbers. Oh, I got to get rid of that's not the beginning of the round. I should have done that. So I missed this card. I should have been discarding the highest card. So we've made a couple of mistakes, but, you know, that's kind of par for the course. We continue on with, I don't remember whose turn it was. We must continue on. I don't remember whose turn. Oh, there's a 17 here. So that's, we're going to heal with the warrior. So I'm assuming it's the cleric's turn. 17. We need an exact 17. Oh, this is a 17 right here. Okay, we're going to have to get rid of available die. So we're going to get rid of that. Okay. So he dies when placing a die on here. Oh, it's a dagger of piercing to activate. You critical hit on a 1. Ooh. So this might be a good one to give this guy. Let's see here. We have discard to reroll all available dice. No, I think he's good. We're going to come over to here. We have a 7. We have a 7. We're going to come over to here. After choosing and rolling a die, you may choose to spend the die. Okay, he's going to roll this die. And 3. It doesn't really help. So he's going to put this back and take the 4 at this point. And go here, I guess. So that's going to kill him. We're going to come to our sorceress. She's got a 3. she could, oh, if she does that, she could tame this to a 9. Dun, 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 dun. So we have 12. And then we come to our warrior at 30. He could re-roll it and hope. Okay, he re-rolls and hopes. Up, 10. Oh, 10. Woohoo! So he has 3, 9, 20. Oh, actually, he destroys this guy too. Yay! And off we go. That is the end of our round. So let us take. We're going to take 3 damage, starting from our warrior here. We're down to 2 life here, 3 life here, 1 life here.
You have seen everything to let you play the game. The ending is yours to create.
Here we are, our final thoughts for Dungeon Conquest. A very simple 5-5-5 game. 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, 5 minutes to tear down game. And this was about $20, $19, $19.95, something like that, at 401 Games. So the price was right for the enjoyment that I got out of it for the last hour or so. I don't think this was a terrible game. The randomness, of course, and I came down, I played it wrong, so I probably shouldn't have won because I had forgotten that take damage was not quite right. I didn't get that till the end of the game, which was able to take advantage of it here, but I should have been paying attention. So this guy probably would have been dead. The warrior probably would have been dead way earlier than that, and I'll point those out where I started to make that mistake for that game. So a few mistakes were made. This was cold out of the box, so you can always expect a few mistakes to be made. In terms of the theme, I love fantasy themes. I love these types of games. I have a few others like this where you just line them up and you take them out randomly. So this isn't a new invention or a new game. It's not reinventing. It's just reinventing a wheel in a different way. And I quite liked it. So, this is a good travel game. I got a few minutes, put it out. It's beer and pretzel. I could sit and bar and I can play with other people. Though I don't think I would buy it to play for other people. It plays 3-handed. I could play 4-handed. It wouldn't really matter. I could play with a minimum of 2. The same number of dice rolls, and it's a dice drafting game as you take away that and dice manipulation. The rules were easy, though I did miss the rules a little bit, but really they were really quite easy to understand and digest. So why wouldn't I say anything bad about this? There is nothing bad to say about this. That was really a weird way of saying that. The rules were really good and got me into the game within like a minute. You can see I'm tearing it down as we go. The teardown is very, very quick. I like the idea. Let me just show you this. Of the monsters having the rewards at the very bottom there like that. So you don't have to go into an item deck. So it's very, very slick that way. The fact that you have the first and last cards marked clearly in your deck, it's really, really good. So thematically it's good. The rules are good. The components are fine. There's nothing special about these components. They're just a set of dice and tarot cards in a box which doesn't quite fit the sleeved cards, which is unfortunate, but that is kind of the way it goes, and nothing normal there. The value for $20 at Christmas time, this is a stocking stuffer. This is what we're trying to get at this time of year, is what are those stocking stuffer games, and this definitely is one that I would recommend you put in somebody's sock. A big sock, not their little tiny socks. So you're not going to put it in a baby sock. But, if you have your husband or kids, this is very playable by kids. Just as long as you can add, you should be fine and read. So I think this is a great game for the family to play Christmas morning. Very quick game to play on Christmas morning if a kid gets it. So I think that all in all, this is a great little game. Now, I don't know. Got to figure out. So the big puzzle now is, where do the dice go? And I'm going to figure that out afterwards. So all in all, the value here, 100%. This is definitely 2 thumbs up. This is a 100% game. I enjoy playing it. I like these kinds of games. So why wouldn't I buy a game like this? And I bought this cold. I didn't know what it was. I just bought it because it was like $20 and it said Dice Conquest. So with that being said, my name is Harry Jacobs. This is the North of 60 Gamer. I also we'll be putting this up on Everything Board Games. Please hit the like button, smash it really good right there. Please subscribe. Really appreciate it if you subscribe. It shows you a little bit of love, and just by doing that, you can hear my dog scratching. And it's a holiday here in Canada. Not really a holiday. It is the Remembrance Day here, where we have to take a little time this morning to remember November 11th, when at 11 o'clock, 11/11, when the World War I actually ended, and remember those who fought for us to have the freedoms that we have today. So just remember that. So in the United States, of course, it's Memorial Day. We call it Remembrance Day, but it's basically the same holiday. And with that being said, on my way out here, I just want to remind you one more time to subscribe with the swirly. Subscribe, go, subscribe now. Christmas is coming. I'm going to show you more games. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And with that, I'm going to go back. I've got a lot of editing to do. I've got a great game coming up. It's called Phantom Epoch, and it is marvelous, and I'm working on that right now. The unboxing is going to closely follow this one, so we're going to have a little unboxing and teaser on that, so keep an eye out for that really, really soon. See y'all!